Here's an answer to a question that I received a little while ago, and they wanted to know if they could actually pour a new concrete slab over the old one. This would save them from removing the expense of removing the slab, and of course the added expense of the new concrete that they would need to bring in. So it's a good idea, but I've never had good luck with it. And when I say never, I mean never. I've never had good luck with this. I've never done this on a patio slab. The only time I've ever done this was on a couple of room additions, and actually doweled into the slab and used it. I mean, it was fine for a room addition, but I wouldn't recommend it for a patio, a sidewalk, or a driveway, something like that. Now let's take a look at a couple more illustrations here, show you what I'm talking about. Let's say that we're just going to extend the patio slab about 2 feet around the perimeter and cover it. A 4-inch slab, let's say, we'll cover it with a 6-inch slab, providing us with 2 inches over the top of the existing slab. Now, here's the problem. It's usually going to crack around the perimeter of the old slab, and you might just get a straight crack. I've seen these things just crack straight across. They're have very little zigzags in them like a normal crack does. Just goes right across. And of course, if this was something that was exposed like a patio or a sidewalk, you could actually see, you weren't going to have anything like carpeting or tile covering it, then you can see where it might not look as attractive. Now, there are a couple things you can do. You can actually make the slab a lot thicker. You can make it, instead of 6 inches, you could make it 8 or 10 inches, something to where you're really putting it. The thicker you go, the less you will lessen the chances of this happening. The thinner, of course, anything thinner than 2 inches is almost a guarantee that it is going to crack. And I've heard all sorts of different stories. You can use bonding agents, rebar, stuff like that. But I'm not entirely convinced that that would eliminate the crack or the possibility of it cracking. So I understand concrete cracks, but if you're looking for a way to decrease instead of increase the chances of it cracking, then I think I would just remove the old slab and pour a new one, put the rebar in it correctly, put the base down, make sure everything's compacted properly, and go from there. So I do not recommend pouring over concrete, especially if it's going to be less than 2 inches. And if it's going to be a little bit more, would this eliminate the possibility of a cracking? I don't think it would until you got into about a 6, 8, 10-inch slab, something like that. But again, I don't know for sure if that would eliminate it completely. So obviously, if you were going to pour, if you had a 4-inch slab and you needed to raise it up about 10 inches, you could always pour over the old slab, because you would be able to add sand on top of the old concrete, and then pour a 6-inch slab with rebar and everything over that. So that would work. Or should I say, at least that would work better. So anyway, I hope the point is crystal clear on this, and off to the next video.